mine out of consciousness," Mom said, a tremor running through her voice. "And even when you seemed awake before, you were so dazed you couldn't say anything or really do anything. You took a blow to the head. They fixed everything they could, but with the possible brain injury, they weren't completely sure you'd be yourself again." She cut herself off with a swallowed sob. "I was so scared for you, Lissa. I've been here every day, talking to you, trying to help bring you back." A lump rose in my throat at her distress. The time she was talking about was a total blank for me. She must have been so freaked out. Even when my life was going well, Mom fussed over the possible catastrophes I might encounter all the time. Now she was never going to believe me when I told her she didn't have to worry about me. At the same time, panic dug even deeper. "How many days? How long has it been?" "Almost 4 weeks," Mom said hoarsely. 4 weeks. Oh, God. I didn't know how much time had passed in Wonderland while I was laid up here, but that was definitely longer than I'd wanted to be gone. I hadn't wanted to leave at all. Theo had brought me to the mirror to try to save me, but I'd rather have stayed and kept fighting, however I could. We'd only just freed the Queen of Hearts prisoners. Who knew what she'd have done to Wonderland's people next? Theo had revealed himself as her son, Prince Jack, assumed murdered for decades. He'd said he was going to challenge her, force her to change or give up her rule, clear a path for my rule as the Red Queen and rightful heir to the throne. He'd said he would come for me when he succeeded. Maybe he had. The only way he could have found his way to me here was by using the sketch of Aunt Alicia's house that Hatter had. But I wouldn't have been at the house or anywhere nearby. He'd have had to return to Wonderland empty-handed, not knowing where I'd gone or why. Either everyone I cared about back in Wonderland was struggling to survive the Queen's fury without me, or they'd been left with an empty throne. They'd think I'd abandoned them. I had to get back soon. Now. "I had a ring," I said tentatively. "I was wearing it like a pendant. Do you know what happened to that?" Had the vest managed to protect my proof that I was the Red Queen's heir, too? "Oh, yes. They gave that to me. I think I have it." Mom dug into her purse with her free hand and produced a plastic baggie that held the chain with the gold ring, its large ruby setting still encased in a shell of filigree. I had to restrain myself from snatching it from her. "Was it your grand-aunt's?" she asked. "I've never seen it before." "Yeah," I said. "Aunt Alicia left it for me. Can I—" I reached out, and she gave the baggie to me. Her fingers tightened around my other hand. "Do you remember what you were doing out there by the highway, sweetheart?" she asked. "It was an empty stretch. No stores or houses nearby, and it was pretty late at night." Even if there had been buildings nearby, or it had been earlier in the day, I shouldn't have gone wandering right onto the highway on foot. Clutching my ring, I groped for a reasonable explanation to give her that wouldn't freak her out even more. The ache was still creeping through my head, making it hard to think. Not that I would have had an easy answer ready clear-headed either. "I stayed up organizing the house and realized I didn't have much food around, so I looked up a late-night place to have dinner and figured I'd walk there," I said, hoping my tone was convincing enough. It looked closer on the map. Or maybe I got turned around. It was really dark on that stretch, and the rain started. I would have called for a cab, but my phone died on me. Just a really bad situation all around. I must have tripped over something to end up on the road. I don't remember that part. Mom didn't look any less worried with that explanation, but she must have decided any further questions could wait a little longer. "Oh," she said, "I have to let the nurses and the doctor know you're awake. And Melody, she'll be so relieved. Your brother, too. He came to see you a few times, you know." She got up and hustled into the hall, pulling her phone from her purse as she went. My stomach knotted as she went. How much longer was I going to have to stay?